Welcome everyone. You are at Jim Mayo Stadium, Fairland High School in Proctorville, Ohio, for this Friday night's main event between the Athens Bulldogs and the Fairland Dragons. Both teams coming into this highly rated contest at 1-0 record. Fairland coming off a big win at Tulsa last week, led by their senior quarterback, Joe Lambiot. Mr. Lambiot threw for 6 touchdown passes last week. Defense held strong, kept Tulsa off the board for most of the night. We're looking for a good matchup this week. Fairland's led by Coach Melvin Cunningham in his 4th year in the program. Charlie, rumor has it that Athens likes to play an up-tempo pace offense. Looks like they're going to be getting the ball first after Fairland deferred. What do you think the keys is for the Fairland defense?
For their defense is going to get some fresh linemen in when they have the opportunity. If they don't get fresh linemen in, those big boys are going to get gassed and get gassed real quick. Have a hard time in pursuit.
You got the kicker lining up the ball for the opening kickoff. That's number 27, Alec Bruce. 2 men back deep for Athens.
It's like the way Athens is lining up. They've seen some film on what Fairland likes to do on the kickoff. They were not very deep.
Nice return for the Athens Bulldogs. Return of about 30 yards. Tackled by number 2, J.D. Brumfield from the Fairland Dragons.
Bulldogs take over first and 10, the ball on their own 48-yard line.
Fairland bringing a lot of new men off the sidelines for the defense. Looks like they substitute quite a bit on special teams. 2 split wide right, 1 split left with 1 single back. Quarterback in the shotgun, number 18 for Athens, Clay Davis. He's the senior quarterback. Fairland in a 4-2 with 5 DBs. Looks like a quarterback draw. Tackled by Brumfield again. Looks like he picked up about 3 to 4 yards. It'll be second down and 6 for the Bulldogs.
Like Ramey and Cremins did a good job of getting in the backfield and slowing that down, giving Brumfield an opportunity and plenty of time to come in and fill that hole.
And here's what we talked about. Right to the line of scrimmage, calling the play. A little bit of a no huddle. Looking to the sideline for the call. Here they go. Pass completed. Looks like it's going to be enough for a first down. The number 13 for the Athens Bulldogs, Braden Markins.
Good for a Bulldog first down.
Be first down for the Bulldogs at the Dragon 42-yard line. A little bit of soft coverage on that pass play, Charlie. They're trying to get their feet warmed up a little bit, I hope. Now they're backing off again.
You got to be able to get some pressure off the
Little flare to the running back, number 11 for Athens, Peyton Gale.
Davis pass complete.
Looks like they picked up enough for about 9 yards, close to a first down. Looks like Michael Stitt was over there on the tackle.
Right down to number 5, Brendan West. 8-yard gain, moves up second down and 2.
Athens back to pass, another short slip inside screen. Looks like a little bit of a face mask. If they got enough for a first down, looks like they picked up around 6 yards.
Number 8, Nate Trainer.
Number 8, Nate Trainer on the reception.
First down yards for the Bulldogs.
So far, Charlie, the quarterback for Athens is a perfect.
Well, as good as he is with his passes right now, James, the Dragons going to have to break down and make some tackles. They can't keep trying to arm tackle guys and let them slip right through.
Behind pass, nope, incomplete pass. They say it was forward pass. It's close to being a backwards pass. We got a flag on the play. Legal shift on Athens.
Legal procedure against the Bulldogs.
Another flag on the coach for coming on the field. That'll be an unsportsmanlike. That'll be a 15 yards on top of whatever the other yardage is, which is 5, I believe. So instead of first and 15, it'll be first and 30.
5-yard penalty.
Charlie, it looks like we're throwing a lot of short passes. If we're going to keep throwing these short pass game, it doesn't really give the linemen much of a chance to get back there to put pressure on the quarterback. So that means the linebackers and the DBs are going to have to step up and maybe put up the pressure a little bit, pull up the coverage just a little bit tighter than what they've been showing.
What do we?
There must have been a 15-yarder, must have been a warning penalty, sideline infraction warning. I'm going to assume that's what that is. So it wasn't an actual 15-yard penalty, just a warning on the sidelines for coming on the field. Proper call. Everybody should get a warning first.
You got to wonder if Athens is trying to get these corners to come in a little closer and play a little closer press kind of coverage to set up that deep ball
Hit
here
him
a
over
little
the
bit
top.
later. Yeah.
Yes.
Looks
Four
exactly
receivers
what they're
out.
doing.
Single back, fake, little inside slant. Picked up about 7.
Davis pass complete. Number 8.
It's like Stitt.
Looks like Stitt on the tackle again, and that was number 8, Nate Trainer again for the reception for the
Down by
Bulldogs.
Michael Stitt.
Be second down and 7 for
8-yard
the
gain,
Bulldogs.
Second down and 7.
Inside handoff to number 21 for Athens, Evan Adams. Looks like he
ball
picked up
carrier.
3 yards. Make it a 3rd and 4. Short 4.
Seth McLean and Blaine Cremeen's in on that
3-yard
tackle.
gain brings up 3rd down and 4.
It's a big situation for the Dragon defense. We get a hold here. Put Athens in a decision-making down on the 4th.
I believe Athens is going to try to go over the top on this. Nope.
Quarterback keep. He's open. That'll be enough for a first down.
Davis on the keeper. Brought down by Lambiot.
Joel Lambiot
First down
on the
yards
tackle.
for the Bulldogs.
That'll be a first down for Athens. It'll be at the Dragon 14-yard line. 1st and 10. So far, Charlie, it is the Clay Davis show for the Athens offense.
Well,
he throws and he runs.
And he's a load. He
He
looks like he's a load.
It's a big young man right there. Knocked down, batted, and we close to being intercepted. Cremeen's almost got that. I think that ball was knocked down by Anderson.
I want to say it was probably, looked like maybe Rankin.
It was either Rankin or Andrus. Not really for sure. But I bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. That's the first incompletion, Charlie, of the night for the Bulldogs.
Good heads up play on the lineman, get those hands up.
If you can't get back there, that's what you're supposed to do is get the hands up. Little inside handoff. Number 21 for the Bulldogs. Number 21 is Evan Adams with the carry. He picked up about 5, maybe 4 or 5, tackled by Mike Stitt for the Dragons.
Brought down by Stitt. And
3rd down
Lambiot.
situations again, Charlie. This is a big part of a football game. 3rd down. Who wins 3rd downs? That usually decides who wins the games, who wins 3rd downs. Receiver's tight. We've got one wide open on the outside. Easy toss and catch.
Blown coverage by the Dragons.
Adams touchdown as a running back flare out. Corner, Boston, easy touchdown. The Bulldogs lining up for an extra point. That is Ryder Stock for Athens, number 12, coming up to kick the extra point. Snaps up's good. A little bit of pressure. Looks like they made it. So with 8 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the first quarter, the score is Athens Bulldogs 7, Fairland Dragons 0. You're watching Armstrong Sports. Athens Bulldogs line up to kick off the Dragons with J.D. Brumfield and number 3 Mike Stitt back deep for the Dragons. Looks like Stitt's going to get a chance to return this one. Picks it up at the 10-yard line. Immediately touched by the Bulldogs, but then finally brought down by looks like the kicker, number 12 perhaps? Nope, number 42, sorry. Number 42 for the Athens Bulldogs.
14, Joe Moore. Dragons set up 1st and 10, the ball on.
Dragons will take over 1st and 10 around the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
The senior Joe Lambiot leads his offensive mates out onto the field. Charlie, the senior leadership at quarterback is big for a football team, and Joel's been showing that in the preview game with Minford and the opening week last week against Tulsa, throwing for a bunch of yards and a lot of scores. We'll see how he goes against this little bit stiffer competition of the Bulldogs. We got 2 wide up, 2 wide down left, single back in the backfield. In a 3-3 defense, Athens is. Quick pass, out wide. Completed. Lambiot to Riley Sowers. Looks like it picked up about 5 yards, perhaps 4 or 5 yards. Be second down and 6 for the Dragons.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of wide receiver screens tonight. Fairland was really successful last week with the wide receiver screens.
You got Weston Hunt down low for the Dragons. Sowers and Zeke up top for the Dragons. Incomplete pass out wide to Sowers, slipped off his hand. It'll be third down and 6 for the Dragons. Dragons just need to stay calm, not try to push the plays, take what's given to them. Deep breath. It's still early in this ball game. Settle down. That comes from the leadership of the quarterback. He needs to settle his teammates down and just get out there and play ball like we know they can. Trips to the bottom side left. Single man up top. Lambiot rolls to his left. And he's going to go down by a sack. Good coverage in the secondary. And number 70 for the Athens Bulldogs, that's Justin Hines on the sack. Looks like the Dragons lost about 6 yards on that play. It'll be 4th down and long for the Dragons. They bring on the punt team. Lambiot back to punt for the Dragons. Number 14, Joey Moore, back deep for the Bulldogs to receive the punt. Kicks away. Recept at the 50. Couple blocks. There's the flag. Got it in the back. About a 10-yard return. Tackled by number 65 for the Fairland Dragons. That is Kyle Rankin on the tackle. This is going to come back 10 yards pushing the back. So the Bulldogs will take over at their own 41-yard line with 6 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. But that's not what you want if you're a Fairland Dragon fan, Charlie. A quick 3 and out. The defense is coming back out. They're going to have to make a better stand this drive than what they did the last drive. Davis back out to lead his Bulldogs. No huddle, shotgun formation. Trips to the left, single wide right, single back. Flare out to number 11 for the Bulldogs. That is Peyton Gale. Picked up 9 yards for the Bulldogs. It'll be second down and 1.
Bulldogs back to that quick offense.
Second down and 1.
Dragons got to get a little bit of a push up the middle. Puts a little bit of pressure on that quarterback. In motion, we got a jet coming to the right side with a pass. He throws it. McFarland's there. That should be a pick six. That'll be a pick right there, and it will be intercepted. So Robbie McFarland at their own 15-yard line. Dragons will take over first down and 10 at the 15. What a risky call by the Bulldogs. They've marched down the field last drive. First play of this drive, 9-yard completion, Charlie. Then they let somebody else throw the ball. Don't quite understand that choice of play calling. But we'll take it as a Fairland Dragon fan, and the Dragons will take over first and 10 from the 15. See if we can get something started on this drive.
Dragons just need to get some rhythm in their offense right now. They really didn't have a chance in that first series to really get any rhythm.
2 wide left. Split back on the right. Jet motion play. And it is a jet to West. Picked up no gain on that play. It'll be second down and 10. Stopped by a gang of Bulldogs.
By number 70, Justin Hines.
Bulldogs have a pretty fast defense. They fly to the ball.
Twins left, twins right. Lambie out in shotgun. Press coverage by the corners of the Bulldogs. We got a whistle. Looks like equipment issue for West. We'll put McFarland in. Second and 10. Lambie out back deep. Shotgun formation. To Hunt. Pick up about 5 yards to Gavin Hunt. It'll be third down and 5.
Number 7, Gavin Hunt.
Athens substituting 3 bigs for 3 new bigs. They're keeping the legs fresh on that defensive line, Charlie.
Yep.
Another official timeout. It's going to be third down and 4 for the Dragons. This is a big third down conversion. Charlie, we just got a little bit of momentum with that interception. We need to get the first down that we need here. Get this offense going. Trips to the top side. McFarland out wide by himself. 4-man rush by the Bulldogs. Going deep, and McFarland is open. And he catches it. That's a complete ball. He's out of bounds at the Bulldog 42-yard line. Good throw, good catch by the Fairland Dragons senior Robin McFarland. Good throw, Lambiot. That's a pickup of around 30 yards, Charlie, on that play.
Good pickup, and you got to look. So far, McFarland's having a really good game.
Dragons quickly back up on the line of scrimmage. Same formation as last play. That's a good scramble by Lambiot to save a little bit of time to find the open receiver. Going deep again. Hunt's overthrows Gavin Hunt. It'll be second and 10 for the Dragons. This is an old Texas Hold'em shootout, Charlie. Quarterbacks have their guns ablazing.
I'll tell you what, having a lot of boys on your sidelines that you can sub in and out makes a huge difference. That is all the Bulldogs have been doing every single play, bringing in substitutes, switching guys out, keeping legs fresh, keeping bodies fresh.
That will definitely play a part of this game later on this evening. Who has the freshest legs? Little screen pass. Lambiot scrambles. Looks like he's going to get a little bit of room. He's open. Lambiot's going. He's running. Good run by Joel Lambiot. Looks like he picked up about 18, 19 yards.
No, he was not
they're
down.
calling not down. They're going to go touchdown for the Fairland Dragons. I don't know exactly what happened there, but they're calling it a touchdown, and we'll take it.
That was a heads-up play by Lambiot.
42-yard scramble by Joel Lambiot.
When the guy tackled him, he rolled over, and Lambiot did not touch the ground. He rolled on top of him and hopped up on the other side and took off.
That's a senior play right there, Charles.
That is, and the only people that knew was Lambiot and the officials.
Alec Bruce on to kick the extra point for the Dragons to tie the game at 7.
The way to turn a busted play into a touchdown.
Number 27, Alec Bruce on the attempt.
Looks like a legal procedure against the Dragon, legal substitution.
Against the Dragons.
But I can tell you what, Charlie, sometimes a busted play is the hardest play to defend.
Yes, it is.
That's sweet. Lambiot about that.
Well, we've seen Bruce kicked last week, and so we know he's got the leg that the penalty shouldn't hurt the Dragons too much.
And snaps away, good. Kicks up.
And good.
And it's good. With 4 minutes and 37 seconds left, we have a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Athens Bulldogs 7, the Fairland Dragons 7. You're watching Armstrong Sports.
I'm looking for the. I wonder if they might do something a little goofy with the kick here. Nope.
Kick looks like it's picked up. The Bulldogs at the 16-yard line. Looks like he's got a lane. Knocked down solid by Gavin Hunt for the Fairland Dragons at the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Brought down by 7, Gavin Hunt.
The Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
First and 10, the ball in their own
Bulldogs did a good
39-yard
job
line.
setting up the wedge coming down through there. I mean, they really set it up. And one of the things I noticed is you don't normally see, well, I mean, in high school football at least, is the quarterback for the Bulldogs, when the offense goes off the field, he goes off the field, which is different between the Dragons. Lambiot stays on for offense and defense. Makes a big difference later in the game, I think, in terms of
That's a quick 9-yard pass to Mr. Trainer for the Bulldogs. It'll be 2nd and 1. Twins left, twins right. Shotgun. Handoff up the middle, number 21, Adams for the Bulldogs. I think it's going to be a first down, even though he's met right there by the Dragons' number 73, Kevin Andrus. Be 1st and 10 around the 50-yard line for the Bulldogs. Just shy of the 50.
I think Andrus met him just past the first down marker because he didn't go anywhere once he ran into him.
It's a big sophomore lineman right there for the Dragons. Snap to quarterback, little option. Adams looks like he's going to pick up 8 yards. We do have a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
I think it'll be against the Bulldogs. That'll back him up.
Holding.
Holding against the Bulldogs.
So it'll be 1st down and 17 for the Bulldogs after the 10-yard penalty of holding.
Brings up 1st down and 17 for the Bulldogs.
I think that hold was on the outside receiver on Brumfield when he was coming across the.
Trips to the top side, single wide to the bottom, single back. There's a little slant pass, wide open. Nate Trainer
Davis complete.
picked up about 12 yards right there. It's going to be 2nd and 5. I think Trainer and Mr. Davis have a little off-season passing game that they work on. Looks like that's his main receiver right there.
Game brings up 2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Lambiot on the tackle. Pass to number 11 for the Bulldogs. That's Peyton Gale.
Gale in reception. Brought down by Lambiot.
It's like enough for
Picked
a
up
first
about
down.
6 yards. 1st and 10 at the Dragons' 40-yard line with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Inside handoff to Adams. Looks like Caleb Mullins on the tackle for the Dragons. Maybe pickup of 1 at the most. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Bulldogs.
I guess the Bulldogs got to run the ball a little bit to keep them honest, but they really haven't been that successful running the ball up to this point.
So I might need to put one of them linemen back in the secondary to help cover some of those pass patterns. See if the Bulldogs can beat him on the run. Right down the middle of the field, wide open. Good gainer, good throw. Pick up about 24 yards from Davis to
Maxfield.
Logan Maxfield for a first down. We'll have the ball at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10.
This looks like a little post pattern.
Quarterback keep. Looks like he's going to have some room.
Davis ball carrier.
He's got a 1st down carry. Pick up of 11.
Brought down by West. 1st down yards is that 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
He got the ball on the 4-yard line. 1st and goal. Bulldogs staying in the no huddle offense. Call signaled in from the sideline. Davis again keeping it. Into the end zone for a touchdown for the Bulldogs. Be a 4-yard run by the senior quarterback. Ryder Stock is on for the extra point to try to make it a 7-point lead for the Bulldogs. The Dragons had some pressure on the last extra point. Hopefully they can get in there and maybe get another hand up in the face. Snap. Kick. Barely made it over the upright, over the crossbar. But nevertheless, it's good. With 1:20 to go, the Athens Bulldogs 14 and the Fairland Dragons 7. You're watching Armstrong Sports Friday Night Football. Welcome back to Armstrong Sports. The Fairland Dragons have number 2, J.D. Brumfield, and number 3, Michael Stitt back deep for the kickoff. Bulldogs currently lead the Fairland Dragons 14-7 with 1:20 to go in the 1st quarter. Kick up, high in air, going to get picked up around the 15-yard line by Stitt. He's patiently waiting for an opening. And he gets brought down at the 28-yard line by number 2, Corbin Stadler. Well, the Dragons will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Time to put together another drive like we had the last drive, Charlie, to keep that points score even, and also to give the defenders a little bit chance to catch their breath.
Yeah. One of the additions that I really like to the stadium this year is the play clock. That's nice to have.
We got trips to the left, single wide up top. No. Looks like we have a timeout for the Fairland Dragons. A little bit of confusion on the play call, perhaps. So with 1:14 left in the 1st quarter, we're going to take a timeout as well. You're watching Armstrong Sports. Dragons back on the field. Looks like they got a 2-back set up. Twins left, single wide up right. Hand off to Stitt. Not much, maybe a pickup of 2. We'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Fairland Dragons. Looks like he was brought down by a couple of different Athens Bulldogs.
Stitt did a good job of getting positive yardage out of that.
We got 2nd and 8. Dragons come out with 1 back in the backfield. The formation we've seen a lot tonight. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Lamby out back to pass, looking deep. Sowards is there, just a little bit overthrown. Being incomplete, we'll have a 3rd down and 8. Just barely beyond the reach of his hands. Sowards had a couple big catches last week for big yards, big touchdown scores. Looking for him again tonight.
Incompletion brings up a 3rd down and 8.
Need to convert this 1st down, Charlie. It's 3rd and 8. The Dragons come out with trips to the right. Single wide left. Sowers over the middle. Complete. Pick up about 31 yards. Lambiot to Sowers. It'll be a first down and 10 for the Fairland Dragons on the Athens Bulldogs 39-yard line, and that's with 20 seconds to go, more than likely the last play of the quarter. We'll see what Fairland elects to do. Yeah, Coach Cunningham looks content to let the clock run out.
So you're talking about Riley Sowers having those long touchdown catches last week. He had one for 62 yards. And he also had that screen pass that was a 48-yard touchdown pass, and there was a third touchdown pass in there that he caught. And I think it was just a short 10-yard pass, but I can't remember.
So at the end of the first quarter, Athens Bulldogs is in the lead of the Fairland Dragons 14-7. With the Fairland Dragons marching towards the tie-up score. You're watching Armstrong Sports. And we're back in the second quarter. Fairland Dragons take over 1st and 10 from the Bulldogs' 39-yard line. Looks like a planned Lambiot keeper, fumble on the play. And the Bulldogs come up with the recovery on their own 38-yard line. So now the turnover margin is even, 1-1. Fairland won on the interception. The Bulldogs won on the fumble recovery by Lambiot. We'll take over at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10.
Looked like two Dragons had their hand on that ball, and it slipped out right into a pile of Bulldogs.
You got Sowers back deep at safety now for the Dragons.
Bulldogs take over the ball on their own 38-yard line.
Adams stumbled over his own feet. Pickup of 0 for the Bulldogs.
Tripped up by a turf monster.
Be second down and about 10 still for the Bulldogs. Fairland announcer said it was a turf monster and got the tackle.
That's what I was laughing about.
Little blitz action for the Dragons. They're going deep. West is back. Looks like we have incidental contact, and it's going to be incomplete pass. Be 3rd and long for the Bulldogs, 3rd and 9. That pressure was there, Charlie. He's got to get there just a step quicker to get the quarterback.
If Brennan does not turn his head back to the ball, I believe they call pass interference on that.
That's one of the first things you're taught as a DB. You have to find the football. As soon as the eyes get big on the receiver, it's time to turn around and find the ball because it's on its way. 3rd and long by the Bulldogs. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom.
Looks like the Dragons are going to blitz on the nope.
That looked like a blitz. Backwards, we got an inside screen. Who come up quick? Brumfield with a big stick. What a hit by the freshman. Be 4th and 9. Man, he read that one.
21, Evan Adams.
Squeezed right by all 4 offensive linemen for the big hit.
He walked up, showed blitz, and dropped back.
Got
Got himself right in position.
Wholesale changes by the Dragons. Expecting a punt here. I think this will be the first punt by the Bulldogs for the night. Uh-oh.
Nope.
Okay, I thought maybe the quarterback was back to punt. But no, he's the safety valve. You always like to have your, high snap.
Timeout Bulldogs.
Timeout Bulldogs.
Play clock was down.
I'll tell you what, if you're going to have to punt, you either want your quarterback to be the punter or to be the safety man in front of the punter. So you can run them trick plays, run them fakes. Timeout Bulldogs with 10:29 left in the second quarter and a 14-7 game. You're watching Armstrong Sports. Looks like number 21, Evan Adams, is back deep to punt for the Bulldogs. He's also the running back. Snaps back. High, couple steps. Kicks away, fair catch, and a hit, a Bulldog at the 31-yard line. So the Fairland Dragons will take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
So the turnover did not hurt the Dragons.
Dragons 31-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Big step up by the defense to hold them over, to make them turn the ball over back to the offense. Lambiot gets a chance to drive the Dragons down to tie up this ball game. Coach Cunningham giving Lambiot final instructions before he runs onto the field. This defense for the Bulldogs, Charlie, has been in this 3-3 all night. They haven't adapted or changed anything. They must feel pretty confident.
You got to wonder, you know, once the Dragon coaches start looking at what they can do with this 3-3, what changes they're going to make to take advantage of them being in that 3-3.
Little pitch out to Stitt. He lost a couple yards on that. Good coverage out wide by the Bulldogs.
Loss of 2 on the play. He got 2nd down 12.
He's 2nd down and 12 for the Dragons. Missed a couple blocks up top to have that play to succeed.
Seemed like an awful deep pitch.
Trips to the top, single wide down to the bottom. Snap, looks like Stitt. Ooh, pressure's on. Lambiot escapes. Looks like he's going to throw it away. That's a senior play right there. Instead of taking the sack, throwing it away smartly. It'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Dragons. Learn. Come to play another day. Don't give the ball away like last time.
Dragon offensive line is having a hard time picking up that blitz.
Third and 12 as Dragons break the huddle. I'm sure Athens is looking for something in the air on this play. We got trips to the bottom side, single man up top. Man-to-man coverage, it looks like, by the Bulldogs. And that's what we have, is man-to-man coverage. We got to throw deep. Little miscommunication on that play right there. McFarland went deep, and Lambiot went out. Anyhow, it's going to be 4th down and 12 for the Dragons as the punt team jogs onto the field.
Buzzy, you'd really like to see the Dragons take advantage of that stop after the turnover down here and get something positive out of that drive.
Man coming on late for the Dragons. Lambiot back to kick. Joey Moore back deep to receive for the Bulldogs. High kick. Moore's going to get a chance to return it. Receives it at the 38 and gets brought down by J.D. Brumfield at the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs. Where they'll take over 1st and 10 with 9:21 to go in the second quarter, looking to build upon their 14-7 lead. Dragons defense comes onto the field, looking for a 2nd consecutive stop. Looks like we're a man short. Here comes the other defender onto the field. A lot of these formations duplicate from side to side, Charlie.
Yep.
Looks like the Bulldogs and the Dragons both have each other's playbooks in mind when they're running these. Quarterback keep, the fake draw.
18, Davis.
He's brought down by Brumfield after a pickup of about 5. That's a good quarterback keep. Good gain on 1st down, something short. Safe, get the drive started. It's going to be 2nd and 5. You always like those 2nd and 5 or less, Charlie. That's a good offensive play if you get 5 yards or more on 1st down. Got a little bit of inside pressure, looks like walking up for the Dragons. Mullen sneaking up. Raleigh coming out wide now. Blitz. A little slant. Brumfield and West on the tackle. Number 11,
Pass complete.
Peyton Gale on the reception.
Number
Picked up
11,
about
Gale.
10 yards.
First down yard for the Bulldogs.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for the Bulldogs. As Clay Davis continues to lead the Bulldogs down the field. A lot of pitch and catching, Charlie. I don't see a lot of deep throws by the Bulldogs.
No.
They're content throwing those little 5-yard passes and letting the receivers try to see what they can get. And so far, it's working pretty good for them.
Well, the one time they threw deep, it was McFarland picked it off.
A little bit of pressure. Hand off to Adams. Looks like he's going to lose a yard. Tackled by several Fairland Dragons. I'm going to give Kazee the lead tackle on that. Number 23 for the Fairland Dragons. It's another freshman.
21 Adams, the ball carrier. Brought down by Kazee.
He's 2nd and 11 for the Dragons. 2 freshman linebackers on the field right now for the Fairland Dragons. Bodes well for the future. Here comes an all-out blitz by the Dragons. Hands up, complete. Sowers makes the tackle of about 6 yards. Picked up by Logan Maxfield. It'll be 3rd down and about 5 or so for the Bulldogs. Big 3rd down play right here. 3rd down conversions, Charlie, as we've mentioned already,
3rd down and 4.
is a difference maker in the ball game. Little option out wide. Adams has it. Looks like he's got a 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 29-yard line. Brumfield on the tackle.
Bulldogs.
Slowly, methodically moving the ball down the field this drive, Charlie.
Yeah, they're just popping 4 or 5 yards at a chunk.
Running that clock before half. Trying to take the 2-score lead. Clay Davis looking comfortable out there, whether he's throwing or running. Quarterback keep, J.D. Brumfield. And a throw. And that should be.
Flag on the field.
You've got a flag on this side.
It has to be intentional grounding. There's nobody over there except the coach to catch it.
Did they say he was out of the pocket?
There's no out of the pocket.
Well, nope. Did they go hash marks? Nope.
No. Not unless that rule's changed.
What's the flag?
False start against the Bulldogs.
False start.
Wow.
5-yard
False
penalty,
start
play down.
against the Bulldogs. That flag's usually thrown at the snap of the ball, not after the play is concluded. It'll be 1st down or 2nd down and 16 for the Bulldogs. Anyway, let's get back to that last play, Charlie, even though it was a false start or whatever they wanted to call it. Mr. Davis is a load to bring down.
Yes, he is. I think he had about 3 or 4 Dragons on him. He was still able to at least get it
All
away.
out blitz by the Dragons, and he's got time, and he throws, and it's way overthrown.
Davis pass falls incomplete.
Maxfield on the throw to Maxfield was way over his head. Coverage by Sowers. It'll be 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. I think Mr. Davis may have felt the pressure on that one, Charlie, because they sent the house on that one.
Yes. Maybe made him rush his throw a little bit.
But then again, you know what? That was another deep throw.
Yes, it was. Well,
Maybe deep throws aren't his game. Maybe it is the short little 5, 6, 7-yard passes. Referees put the ball into play. Yeah, slot's wide open. Easy pitch and catch, but he leads him a little bit too much. Dragons caught a break right there. Maxfield just a little bit out of his reach. It'll be 3rd down and 15/16 for the Bulldogs.
Maxfield acted like he wasn't real happy with his quarterback on that. He felt that he had plenty of room around him to make that catch if it was catchable.
But I can tell you this: Davis got hit again. He is starting to get hit a little bit. Dragons rush 2 more on the field real quick in secondary coverage.
They can feel that pressure a little bit.
Motion.
Interception.
Pass is intercepted by Sowers.
Flags on the field.
Flag on the play.
We only got 11. The Athens coaches are trying to say they got 12 on the field, but I only count 11. Yeah, there's only 11 out there.
Yeah, there's only 11 players.
So the refs are having a discussion here. Looks like we want to have a sideline warning.
They're picking it up.
They picked up the flag. It's going to be Dragons ball, I think.
Sideline warning against the Dragons.
Be first down and 10 for the Fairland Dragons. After the turnover, they'll take over on their own 34-yard line with 6 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Like might have been a little bit of a rush throw and tipped by the linebackers, maybe.
I think that the Dragons defensive coordinator may have something, may have found something. Mr. Davis may not like that little bit of pressure in his face. If you're not succeeding, Charlie, you got to change it up a little bit, which looks that looks exactly what the Dragons have done. Put a little bit of pressure, send a linebacker or two to get Davis off of his game a little bit. Because boy, if he's got time, he can make the throws. And another whistle on the field.
Be a lot of confusion by the officials here.
Well, we still have 3rd and 16 marked, even though the official marked 1st and 10 Fairland earlier. So we're waiting to see what we have. Yeah, they've convened and said, okay, we're going to go 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Even if you have to talk about it, make the right call, and that's what it seems to have happened. So the Dragons take over 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line. Lambiot back for the Dragons in shotgun formation.
It's like the Bulldogs are wanting to bring some blitzers. Yep.
Hand off to Stitt.
Ball carrier.
Picked up a couple. He's shifty.
Yes, he
Little
is.
guy, he's shifty. He can hide behind them big linemen. Hard to see. Quick feet. Not very big, but tough as nails. He's second and 8 for the Dragons.
And he always finds a way to get positive yardage. Always finds a way.
Keep your feet moving, lean, and fall forward, Charlotte. 3 keys as a running back. Coming from a former offensive lineman. The little slip screen out to Sowards. Oh, he's got covered. But he's trying to make something happen. He goes down. Lost about 3 on the play. Logan Maxfield was there on the opening coverage, cutting off Sowards' run to the outside, forcing him back in where all the other defenders was, and made him lose 2 or 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Dragons.
Dragons have to find a way to get a little more north-south, or a little less east-west.
Vertical. North-south, not east-west. I'll let you run east-west all day, but that north to south is what's going to get you beat.
It's hard to go east-west against a fast defense.
Middle of the field, Sowards is open. Sowards is broken. He breaks down around the 24-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons after a pickup of about 40 yards on the play. Lambiot to Sowards. Big play for the Dragons.
40-yard gain for the Dragons. 1st down.
1st and 10 on the Bulldogs' 23-yard line. We haven't heard from Zeke Ramey all night, Charlie. I think it's about time to get him in the game plan. What do you
They
think?
got him matched up over on the far side.
He's open. There he is. Did I call it or what, baby? Touchdown, Fairland Dragons with number 14, Zeke Ramey. For the Fairland Dragon touchdown. Alec Bruce will be on for the extra point for the Dragons to tie up the score. Pitch and catch 2 times down the field, son. That was a beautiful drive led by the senior quarterback.
I think I'm going to just start saying Zeke Ramey just catches touchdown. He had one catch last week for a touchdown.
He's Chris Carter-esque. All I do is catch touchdown. The extra point kick is good, and with 4 minutes and 41 seconds to play, the score is Athens Bulldogs 14, the Fairland Dragons 14. You are watching Armstrong Sports Network. And we're back. The Dragons will set the kick off. Alec Bruce is the kick. Number 8, Nate Trainer, back deep for the Bulldogs. And number 14, Joey Moore. Moore takes it about his 20-yard line. Got a little bit of a lane. Brought down by McFarland at the 40 for the Bulldogs to take over 1st and 10. We got an injury for the Bulldogs.
Number 11, Peyton Gale.
Peyton Gale. He's been a prime target for Davis this evening.
It's like
him and Trainer's been the number 2 targets, the 2 top targets. Looks like he's going to be all right. Just got maybe a little shook up for a play. He'll be back in there.
Let's just see if these Dragons can continue to make those adjustments to be successful on defense against Athens.
Man-on-man coverage for the Dragons.
Look, the Dragons want to continue to bring pressure.
Slant to the middle, pick up a 10. Good pitch and catch by the Bulldogs. That might get their rhythm going again.
I tell you what,
quick first down.
If you're going to bring pressure and go man-to-man, you better be able to cover your guy.
Davis bringing the troops back up to the line of scrimmage. Twins left, twins right, single back. Shotgun formation. Not much pressure. They're going deep. He's overthrown him. Good look for Moore, but about 2 or 3 yards way ahead of him. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. I've noticed, Charlie, I know I keep saying this, but his throw's deep. He doesn't have much touch. He doesn't have his mojo, per se, is not there as it is on the shorter 5 to 10 yard passes. Well, he is solid 5 to 10 yards. The deep balls just aren't there tonight.
The problem is he picked the right matchup. He had a receiver, a linebacker on a receiver. He just couldn't place the ball.
Pitch out wide to Adams.
There's got to be a hold
got
there.
Held. There it is. That play's coming back.
It's coming back.
Flag on the play.
Nice run. They got a little bit of a jersey hold back here on the 42-yard line, 43-yard line. That was Brumfield, I believe, that was getting held for the Dragons. So the 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13.
Call of holding against the Bulldogs.
It's actually going to be 2nd and 14 for the Bulldogs. Kind of discouraging as a running back. You finally break one free, and you turn around and you see that yellow on the field.
And he's up at 2nd down and 14.
Sidelines over in Athens getting a little excited.
Yep.
Trying to get him fired up a little bit. We got one man wide left that's not covered. Lambiot's running over to get him. There's a flag.
Flag on the play.
Looks like it's on the offense.
Yeah, I'm not for sure what it is. Come from the sideline, ref. That could be on the sideline. That's what it'll be. Unsportsmanlike conduct. That'll be on the sideline. That's 15 yards. That is a hard penalty to take if you're a head coach. With 4 minutes to go before halftime in a tied ball game, you're already looking at 2nd and 15, and you're going to give the defense another 15? So now they're pushed back to 2nd and 30. Incomplete pass.
Davis passed
off the hands. That should have been caught. That's a catchable ball. Be 3rd and 29.
Davis looks to have some happy feet right now. he's got happy feet. He's dancing around back there like he knows the pressure's coming and he wants to get rid of the ball. And I think he's forcing the throw and he's getting rid of it too quick.
Dragons call timeout real quick.
Timeout, Dragons.
Looks like they're trying to rush a man off the field. So instead of possibly taking the penalty, Coach Cunningham decides to go ahead and take a timeout. Let his boys get a rest and get the guy off the field. When you got a team set back deep, 3rd and 30, you don't want to give them any free yards. You want to keep them back that far so maybe you can get the ball back in good field position and hopefully poke a score in before halftime. If I'm not mistaken, the Dragons get the ball coming out in the second half.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Well, it was a good timeout to burn. I believe he still had all 3 on the board.
14. Rock Hill 14, Northwest 0.
So we're coming out of this timeout 14-14, 3rd and 30. What's your how deep you got to go in that playbook, Charlie, for 30 yards?
Honestly,
is there even a play that goes for 30 yards besides a Hail Mary?
if I'm Athens, I believe I run the ball. Not take a chance of getting it picked off. Look for the punt. There's not a lot of time left in the game. You want to maybe go into halftime tied 14-14. You got a lot of depth on your side. You got fresh legs. Decide it in the second half.
The Fairland sideline's getting a little excited. They got 3-man rush. We got 8 sitting back. We're going deep, and he's open, and it's incomplete. Little low to Maxfield. Another long throw, Charlie. It's either high, it's either low. He's struggling with that deep throw. And it's going to be 4th and 30. The Dragons looking to take over in good field position. And for a young team, you don't want to give a young team momentum. And that is what is looking like is what has happened for the Dragons.
It certainly got the Dragon fans fired up. Got 3:50 left in the first half.
Got Adams back deep to kick. West and Hunt back deep to receive. Short kick.
I believe it hit a Dragon player.
And I believe a Dragon recovered it. Soward's on the recovery for the Dragons. Heads up play by the junior receiver. Dragons take over on their own 38-yard line, 1st and 10, with 3 minutes and 42 seconds to go.
If you're a Dragon player and you're on the punt team, you have to have your ears open for that coaching staff to yell for you to get away, get away, get away, so you know you need to get out of the way because that ball's coming right down behind you.
That was almost a very costly mistake for the Dragons. Fortunately, the heads-up play by Sowards saved possession for them. The 1st and 10 for the Fairland Dragons on their own 38-yard line. Coach Cunningham giving Lambie out the play call. Dragons come to the line of scrimmage. Twins right, twins left. The favorite formation for the night for both teams. Athens bringing 5. We're looking in the middle again. Led Sowards just a little bit. Good look, good throw. Place the ball only where your man can make the catch.
Lambie did a good job at standing in the pocket. He knew he was going to get hit.
The 2nd and 10 for the senior quarterback. Trying to get the Dragons into the lead on this drive. Hunt with a little quick reception. Dives forward for a pickup about 4 perhaps. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Dragons. Third and 6 for the Dragons. We're course, you'd like to see a drive get going here. Get one knocked in before half's up. Lambiot breaks the huddle. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Single back, Stitt, beside Lambiot. Bad snap, Stitt with the recovery. Bulldogs caught a break on that one. It'll be 4th down and 10.
Fumble snap recovered by Stitt.
For the Dragons. I'm sure Lambiot's going to let the play clock run all the way down and call a timeout. Should leave about 2 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock by the time the Dragons get ready to punt. The Dragons may come up the line of scrimmage, try to get them to jump.
Well, you know, your quarterback's your punter.
Quick punt, quick punt. Little quick snap, punt to the quarterback. Oh, took a bad Dragon bounce. It was a great play, just got a bad bounce. So it's going to end up being about a 27, 28-yard punt. The ball bounces the other way, Troy. It turns into about a 48-yard punt.
Yep. Pins Bulldogs a little deep.
So it'll be a minute 57 left and a half as the Bulldogs take over on their own 34-yard line. It's time for that Dragon defense to step up one more time this half. Looks like we're breaking out man-to-man coverage. Lambiot to deep safety for the Dragons. Going deep. Good look for number 8, Nate Trainer. He had a step. He had a step on West, but just overthrown. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ever since the Dragons have started putting a little bit of pressure on Davis, he's starting to struggle a little bit. I think they may have found one of the main keys of his passing game. Need to keep the pressure on the quarterback. Quick pass out to Adams. It looks like for a pickup of 7 or 8 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 2/3 for the Bulldogs.
Gale.
We're calling it the Gale, not Adams. Excuse me.
Looks like he was
tackle over there by McFarland.
Gale was a little dinged up a little bit earlier. Looked like he's feeling better now. He's back out on the field catching passes.
Pickup of about 5/6 yards. Pass complete to Trainer again. Be 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 48-yard line with a minute 18 to go. Inside blitz. Good catch. Good pitch and catch by Maxfield. Picked up about 8 yards on the play. He's 2nd and 2 for the Bulldogs.
Brennan West in coverage. That was probably one of the more accurate, deeper passes that we've seen Davis throw tonight. I mean, it was only for
8 yards.
8 yards.
See if the Dragons dial up some pressure here in a minute. There it is. Mullins in with a sack. Loss of about 8, maybe 9 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 11 for the Bulldogs. Good sack by Mullins. There'll be timeout taken as well by the Bulldogs. Saving some of that time, 54 seconds on the clock.
Timeout Bulldogs.
So with 54 seconds on the clock, the score 14-14. We have a timeout by the Bulldogs. We'll be looking at a 3rd and 10 as we come back. You are watching Armstrong Sports. Athens comes out of the timeout looking at a 3rd and 10. The Dragons have one too many on the field. They have way too many on the field. We got 12 on the field.
Flag on the play.
That's going to be a penalty. Some miscommunication on the field because we have 12 on the field. And here comes the other lineman rushing off real quick.
Too late. Already caught.
5-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd and 5. Ooh, that hurts. Little costly. Davis coming up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5. Snap. Ooh, incomplete pass. Looking at 4th and 5. Freshman linebacker Tevin Taylor almost in there with a sack on Davis.
Brings up a 4th down and 5.
.8 seconds left. This is where it gets a little bit tricky, Charlie.
They're going
for
it.
You're going to leave decent field position, even though there only be about 45 seconds left or so.
They're looking for a jump.
Now we're going to throw a short, little quick pass. It's worked all night for him. Don't know if I won't tonight.
Nope.
Low and incomplete. Dragons will take over 1st and 10 on their own 47-yard line with about 45.9 seconds left in the half. I believe they should have 2 timeouts left. The one timeout, I think.
I'm going to tell you, Buzzy, for the Dragons to have held the Bulldogs to 14 in the first half is impressive for their defense. The Bulldogs put up 42 in the first half last week against Warren.
Somebody's been doing their homework.
Yes, they have. Well, and I think you and I both know that this coaching staff for the Dragons does a great job of preparing their players and coming up with a successful game plan for each week for them to execute.
Studying that film, that's right. We got trips to the top, single wide to the bottom. Dragons looking for more. Lambie out scrambling, running out of bounds. Smart move by the senior quarterback. Save that clock. Lost about 2 to 3 yards. Be 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13 for the Dragons. When you're flushed out of the pocket and you're flushed to the single receiver side, it makes it awful hard to find an open man.
Yes,
because those 3 trips on the top have to come a long, long way across the field to get open. And then you got to throw across your body, even if you want to throw it thin. And that's a hard throw for a senior high school quarterback.
Yes. That's a hard throw for a college quarterback.
A little bit of pressure. Hands off West. That's an incomplete pass. I think some of the players thought it might have been backwards, but that's definitely an incomplete pass. Be 3rd down and 13 for the Dragons. I think they're trying to see just how many yards they can get on 2nd down to see if they wanted to keep on pushing the play or not.
Well, it looks like the Bulldogs have 1 timeout left. If the Dragons don't convert this 1st down, do they go ahead and call that timeout?
If it's not an incomplete pass, I'd definitely use that timeout. Make him punt. You got some athletes back there receiving the ball. See if they can make a play. Hand off. Stitt. Didn't pick up anything.
Stitt the ball carrier.
Be 4th down, about 12 for the Dragons. And that clock is running. It doesn't look like Athens is going to use a timeout. They're not going to stop it. And I'd say Coach Cunningham will just be content to go into the locker room tied up at 14 at half, knowing that he's going to have the ball first coming out in the 2nd half.
Yeah, there's about a 3 or 4 second difference between the play clock and the game clock. So looks like Athens is going to be happy going to the locker room with the Dragons tied at 14.
And after the conclusion of the first half, we have a tie ball game here at Jim Mayo Stadium, home of the Fairland Dragons. It is Fairland Dragons 14 and the Ashland Bulldogs 14. You are watching Armstrong Sports. The rain.
No.
Sometimes that darker green means some rain, and the yellow definitely does. But
let's see.
Uh-oh. We got 2 freshmen taking snaps back to back. That is not a good sign.
Nah, they're just warming up.
Where's Rankin at?
The Fairland Dragons.
Yeah, he's out there. We're good.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
That makes me a little bit.
They're just over there warming up.
What's that?
They're just over there getting some snaps in.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, John. That quarterback reminds me of Lorenzen from Kentucky.
Yeah,
Remember him?
Hey, have you seen the picture of him playing? He played for
still
something like
playing?
an arena bowl or something. He was like 350 pounds.
Wow.
He was huge.
He was only about 280 to 300 when he was at Kentucky.
He
And
was
this kid ain't
huge.
quite that big. But I bet you this kid here goes 240 anyway.
218 is what they say.
Yeah.
You believe it?
Yeah. I
don't
was
believe
5'8" in this program, too. And we're back. Starting the third quarter, Athens looks to kick off to the Fairland Dragons with Michael Stitt and J.D. Brumfield back deep at a tie ball game 14-14. Charlie, you got some stats for us? Those quarterbacks both had a pretty good half.
Yep. I've got a couple stats here. Clay Davis from the Athens Bulldog was 17 for 28, 145 yards, 1 touchdown in the air, 1 touchdown on the ground with 2 interceptions. And the quarterback for the Dragons, Joe Lambiot, was 8 for 14, 147 yards, a touchdown in the air, and a touchdown on the ground with 0 interceptions. Pretty evenly matched except for the interceptions.
2 turnovers to 1. That usually is a good sign who can possibly be taking the game in charge. The Dragons take over 1st and 10 on their own 22-yard line. Michael Stitt on that last return.
I suspect the Dragon coaches went into the locker room, made some adjustments, something to get this offense going a little bit more. They've been mostly quick strike when it comes to the deep balls. Have been helping them a lot out on 3rd and long in the first half. So
it looks like Athens has rolled the safety over towards Soward's side, and that's where they've had some connections down the middle of the field. That was Michael Stitt right there on the carry for about 3 yards. It'll come up 2nd down and 7. So that looks like an adjustment that Athens has made already. That looks like Moore, number 14, the safety, is cheating over towards the middle of the field on Sowers because he's the one that's been playing the middle. Throw a little bit behind number 7, Gavin Hunt. Knocked down, good play by number 16, and that is Logan Maxfield. We've said his name a lot this evening, Charlie, offensively and defensively. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Fairland Dragons. Siki Ramey bringing the play in to Joel. And the 3rd and 7.
see if they come out. They're bringing this big defense, or the big lineman out here, number 70. Looks like they're bringing him out here on Sauer to just kind of try to give him something underneath and not give him. Nope.
Change play. Call play change by Coach Cunningham.
What do we got?
Looks like we're going to have a delay.
Timeout Dragons.
That looks like the Dragons got a timeout off before the flag. So as we come out of this timeout, it's 14-14. Tie ball game with 11-13 to play. The Dragons will be coming and looking at 3rd and 7. You're watching Armstrong Sports. I like it. I'm going to keep an eye on these middle linebackers, see what they do on this play. I haven't noticed if they've been rushing, if they've been dropping into their zone areas. Trips right. They're dropping. Lambiot is going to get sacked. Big sack, loss of 4 yards on the play. Looks like number
74, Isaiah Butcher.
Isaiah Butcher on the sack for the Bulldogs. It'll be 4th and 14 for the Dragons as they bring on the punt team. Moore back deep for the Bulldogs.
Flag on the play.
About a 20-yard punt, but we do have a flag on the play. That looks like that might
be running into the kicker.
We'll have to wait and see what the officials call here.
7, Portsmouth 0.
This is a crucial call right here for the Dragons.
Valley 20, Colbert 14.
Looks like they're going over to the Athens sidelines. Let them decide what they want to do. Looks like it's going to be against the Dragons by the actions of the officials currently. Offsides on the Dragons. That'll be declined.
Boyd County 23, South Point 7.
Gonna have him kick it again.
Chop block against the Dragons.
Chop block against the Dragons. So they get a 10-yard penalty from the end of the return and take over 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line.
That is not a good
Dragons
change in field
confused.
position.
Just like Coach Cunningham has got a question on the spot.
It was after the play. It was during the punt, man.
Whatever the issue is, it's being rectified. And the Dragons come up out on defense. Bulldogs have the ball 1st and 10 on the Dragons' 25-yard line. This is a big shift in field advantage for the Bulldogs. They basically just flip the field on the kickoff. Snap, quarterback draw. Davis, not even touched until he gets down to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. 15-yard pickup by the big senior quarterback.
Rushing to the line, rushing to the line.
Not too bad a feat for a big man.
Got an injured, looks like an injured Dragon on the far sideline.
Is that West?
Looks like Lambiot. Looking at the jersey numbers coming this way, I believe it is Lambiot.
With 10 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, we'll have an injury timeout. You're watching Armstrong Sports. And we're back at Fairland Stadium. Injured player was number 8, Joe Lambiot, but he's up on his feet. The Bulldogs with the ball. 1st and goal from around the, we'll call it 1st and 10.
On the Dragon 9-yard line.
Davis looking for the play. Handoff. Adams, the ball carrier, may have picked up one.
Left side of the Dragon defense.
It'll be 2nd and goal from the 9.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 9.
That's what you call keeping them honest, Charlie.
Yep.
Twins left, single right. Wing man in motion, single backfield. Quarterback keep. Brought in the backfield. Looks like Mullins, or is that Blaine?
That's Blaine Cremines.
Blaine Cremines on the tackle, number 26 for the Dragons. Loss of about 7 yards. Be 3rd and goal.
Backfield by Kyle Rankin. Brings up the 3rd down and 14 for the Bulldogs.
Big play for the Dragon defense. That was a big play. Here we are with the 3rd down conversion again, Charlie. Looks like they're going to take a timeout here and try to discuss what they want to do, a critical part of the 3rd quarter. Timeout, Athens. With 9:06 left in the 3rd quarter, we'll also take a break. You are watching Armstrong Sports. Third and goal from the 14-yard line. The Bulldogs coming in tight.
First time we've seen this formation tonight.
Trips packed in. Quarterback looking for wide open receiver.
Oh.
Led him just a little bit too much. It's going to be 4th down and goal for the Bulldogs. Looks like they're bringing on the kicking team.
Davis.
Good stop by the Dragons.
Davis has struggled
Brings up a
throwing passes over 10 yards all night.
I'm checking and sneak peeking over here on the Dragons sideline. It looks like Lambiot's okay.
Yeah.
He's over there talking to one of the lead trainers.
This young man
That's
here,
Daddy Joe.
This young man here for the Bulldogs, I watched him in warm-ups earlier. He's got a leg. So
This is going to be a
makeable for
31-yard
him.
field goal, Charlie.
Makeable for him. He's got the leg for it. Now, I don't know if he has the accuracy, but he's got the leg for it.
Snap's kind of high.
Stop.
Oh, good
31
kick.
yard field goal attempt.
Nice. That's very pretty. Nice 31-yard field goal for the Athens Bulldogs. With 8:57 left to go in the third quarter, that'll give them the lead at 17-14. You're watching Armstrong Sports.
17.
And we're back. Ryder Stock with a 31-yard field goal to give the Athens Bulldogs a 17-14 advantage, and he's set to kick off now. Charlie, it's such a weapon to have an accurate field goal kicker in the high school level. Can make about a 30-yard field goal. That could be a difference in a ball game.
It can make a huge difference in the ball game.
Michael Stitt on the return, taking it out to the 33-yard line for the Fairland Dragons, where they'll take over first and 10.
You gotta hope for the Dragons that tonight's not his night to be the difference maker in the ball game.
Dragons take over first and 10, the ball on their own 33-yard line.
Lambiot back out to lead his men as the Dragons break the huddle. Two backs in the backfield, twins left, single wide right. Bulldogs in a blitz look. Pass incomplete. Incomplete to Zeke Ramey.
A little bit of laundry on the field.
We're waiting to see what the call might be. It's against the Dragons.
Looks like it's in the area holding.
Waiting on the call. Legal man down the field. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, I think. So it'll be first and 15 for the Dragons.
You got a lineman a little easier.
And loss of down, so it'll be second down and 15.
Correction, not a loss of down.
Not a loss of down, that's a correction. So we got twins right, twins left, single back. Lambiot taking the snap, going to rush forward, middle linebacker on the come. Short pass across the middle to Hunt. Pick up about 12, maybe 13 yards. It's going to be second down and 3 for the Dragons at the 40-yard line. Good little pitch and catch. Lambiot to Hunt on that play.
Lyman did a good job picking up the blitz, giving Joe plenty of time to get off that pass. The wide receiver coming across the middle.
That's why you got to have your eyes open and see what's coming, Charlie. As a lineman. Quick pass out to Sowards. Looks like there's going to be enough for a first down. Picked up about 6 yards. Fairland Dragons will be first and 10 from the 46-yard line.
6-yard gain in the Dragons. First down.
Looks like Sowards got a little bit of a cramp in that left leg.
Looks like we're playing a little bit of pitch and catch. And it looks like we got a new man in the backfield for the Athens Bulldogs. I don't remember seeing number 9 the first half as a corner. That's Braden Halbert. I think that might be the new ball player out there.
Nice job, D-line.
Little screen pass to Stitt. Best forward for about a pickup of 8 yards, maybe 9. And the momentum keeps moving for the Fairland Dragons.
7-yard gain.
Be second and 2.
Second down and 3.
Defensive line sniffed that play out early. But Stitt did a really good job of getting positive yards and getting through there. He's a hard kid to tackle.
Got a little target to hit and a big heart. That makes it for a good running back. Dragons break the huddle. Looking at 2nd and 2 from the Bulldogs' 46-yard line. Lambiot assesses the field. A little bit of pressure. Lambiot works his way out of a sack. Then ends up getting sacked.
Number 7 is Justin Hines.
Loss of about 5 yards on that play right there. That's a big play by the Bulldogs. That brings up a 3rd and 8 situation now for the Dragons.
3rd down 7.
Lambiot nearly squeaked his way out of that, Charlie. But the second wave came in and got him. Just a miss up by the offensive line right there.
Well, it just goes to show you, even as a lineman, if you feel like you're out of the play, you're never really out of the play. As long as you keep the motor running, you can get there and maybe have an opportunity to make that play.
3rd and long. Snap to Lambiot. Pass to Hunt. That's going to be a first down. Lowers his shoulder and gets down to the 33-yard line. So the Dragons take over 1st and 10. That's a big 3rd down conversion, Charlie, which we've talked about all night. 3rd down conversions is key in a football game. The more you win, the better your chances are in winning a football game. The Dragons have converted a couple 3rd downs this drive.
I can't wait to see the stats at the end of the game, the success that the Dragons have had on 3rd down tonight, picking up that first down. It seems like every 3rd and long they've had, they've managed to be able to pick it up.
Dragons back up at the line again. Lambiot rolls to the left, little shovel pass to Stitt, and he turns on the burners. He's a quick kid, short, low, quick cut. Going to pick up at about 15 yards, and be another Fairland Dragon first down. 1st and 10 around the 18-yard line for the Fairland Dragons. That makes the quarterback stats look real pretty, Charlie. Long handoff, but it's counted as pass yardage. It's a safe play, because if he drops that, it's an incomplete pass. It's not a fumble. Lambiot looking. Looks like that's an interception down at the 3-yard line.
Wait and see what's the flag.
Is there a flag down?
I think it's roughing.
There is a flag down.
I think it's roughing the passer.
Interception by Braden Halbert, but there is a flag down, and we're going to take a look and see what we have.
I think it's roughing the passer.
If it's roughing the passer, that ball will go back to the Fairland Dragons.
With some yards.
Hey, Coach Mack, though, I like that you're being fair and balanced like Fox is.
Still waiting the call. Roughing the passer on the Bulldogs. That will be an automatic first down for the Dragons. That'll make it 1st and goal from about the 9-yard line for the Fairland Dragons. Dragons catch a break right there, Charlie. Interception to 1st and goal. That's a pretty good break.
That's the second big penalty that the Bulldogs have had tonight. I believe the first one was unsportsmanlike conduct on the sidelines, and then turn around with a roughing the passer. That'll.
Well, that's as bad as turning the ball right back over to the Dragons, because you had a turnover deep in their territory. Now the Dragons have a chance to take the lead. Looks like they're looking at Brumfield.
Ooh.
And that'll be targeting. That'll be 15 yards.
Personal foul, helmet hit with the Bulldogs.
I tell you what, Brumfield's one tough character. It's hard to knock him down. Took one on the chin, stands up, claps, ready to go again.
Another costly penalty for the Bulldogs.
That's the new rule changes in football. Can't lead with that head. I believe that's what the call was against the Bulldogs.
There is a...
Looks like we want to have a timeout here, perhaps?
No, it looks like they're... Coach for the Bulldogs not real happy about that call.
No, maybe he's been ejected, Charlie.
Well,
what number is that?
16 maybe. It looked like maybe 16. Logan
That's
Maxfield.
Maxfield.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's costly. That's costly for the Bulldogs. Not only is it a automatic first down penalty, but you lose one of your main offensive weapons and defenders.
Yes.
That's a double whammy there. However, the Dragons catch a break, and they again go from first down and goal, this time from the 8-yard line. Whistles into play. Dragons break the huddle. First and goal from the 8. Incomplete pass out wide. Looks like it was out to West. Be second and goal from the 8. Again, Lambiot threw that ball only where West could make a play on that. Just barely out of the reach of Brennan's hands. Coach Cunningham pulls Joel over to the sidelines, gives him the play. Senior quarterback hustles back to the huddle. Calls out the play. Dragons break the huddle. Second and goal. Trips right. Single wide left. 4 defenders on 3 trips over here on the right side. Should be numbers game inside for the Dragons. Quarterback draw. Not going to pick up anything. It's going to be third down and goal from the 8.
Dragons just barely got that play off.
Field's getting smaller. It's shrinking, Charlie. Makes that passing game just a little bit tougher when that field starts to shrink. Those DBs don't have to cover as much territory, and the defensive linemen can kind of pin their ears back and get to the quarterback.
It looks like 16 is back in the game. He must not have been disqualified from the game.
Third down and goal. Touchdown, Fairland Dragons. Lambiot
Riley Sowers.
to Riley Soward. 7-yard touchdown. Dragons take a lead of 20-17 with the extra point coming up. Big play, another third down conversion for the Fairland Dragons. Looks like Sowers is hopping off the field.
That's the
Might have turned that ankle there a little bit.
just a little bit.
Or cramp. Might be a cramp.
He was cramping up earlier in the series. But he was cramping up on his left leg.
Kicks up. I think it's no good. No, he squeaks it in through the left upright. So with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left to play in the third quarter, the Fairland Dragons 21, the Athens Bulldogs 17. You're watching Armstrong Sports. Okay, the Dragons set the kickoff. Kickoff over towards Moore. He's going to pick it up around the 18-yard line. Coming from right to left, he's got a lane. Ladies and gentlemen, he directs his blockers. But he is brought down at the 50-yard line. Can't tell who was that brought that
27
man down. The kicker.
Alec Bruce, the kicker, brought him down.
That's what you're supposed to do, young man. You are the safety valve. No one gets past you as the kicker. Good job. So the Bulldogs start with great field position. They are at 1st and 10 at midfield. Looks like the Dragons defense has a little bit of pep in their step right now. Inside handoff to Adams. He's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5 tough yards. Good solid run by the running back there. The 5'10", 180-pound senior.
26, Cremines.
Tackled by the Dragons' Blaine Cremines. Second down and 5. Quarterback keep. Big man's getting brought down. but not until he gets a first down, a pickup of 8 yards down to the 37-yard line of the Dragons. Good second effort by the big man Clay Davis on that carry.
The ball on the Dragons 36-yard line.
You got to tackle the big man low and wrap and hang on for the ride because he is a load to bring down. First down and 10 for the Athens Bulldogs. Trailing the Fairland Dragons at this time, 21-17. Looks like we're going to have a deep ball. Arms hit. That's going to be an incomplete pass. Good pressure by the defensive line, pushing up field to get some pressure on the quarterback. Davis is not getting up. He may have hurt his throwing hand. No, looks like he might be cramping. Let's hope that's all it is.
Even though it's late in the evening, it's dark out, the humidity is really high, it's really hot, you're going to get a lot of these cramps.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Looks like a cramp situation. That young man will be back in the ball game in one play. With 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go, we're looking at an injury timeout. You're watching Armstrong Sports. And we're back. Second down and 10 for the Bulldogs. New quarterback in for a play due to Davis being injured the last play, cramping up. Little quick pass out wide. Looks like he's going to pick up maybe a yard or two. Bring up 3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs. Coverage over there by J.D. Brumfield and Robbie McFarland.
Well, Joey Moore can come in and say he's 1 for 1 tonight.
Not a bad day's work. You're always looking at the backup quarterback. 3rd and 8, big play defensively for the Dragons. Quarterback keep, little screen pass out, incomplete. He heard footsteps coming at him, ladies and gentlemen. That's number 8, Mr. Trainer. He's been pretty solid all game. Just right off the fingertips, tried to run before he caught it. That brings up 4th down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Now, do you decide if you're going to kick him deep, pin Dragons back, or are you going to go for it? And trust your senior quarterback to get those 8 yards. At this point in the game, at this field position, I believe I go for it, Charlie. And that's what the Bulldogs are going to do. At the 34-yard line, 4th and 8, Davis sets up shop. Twins left, twins right. No pressure,
Ball
and there's
loose,
a ball loose.
ball on the ground, ball on the ground.
And they're going to get him down to the ground. No, he's not. He's a battler, boys. Look at him go.
He's still throwing. He's got a man deep.
And he overthrew him and he dropped it. Trainer dropped it again. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. That's all I can say about that play. What a Herculean event by Mr. Davis. I mean, fought. Makes a good enough throw to be caught. And it's dropped. Which gives the Dragons the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line, with 2 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. You're watching Armstrong Sports.
Dragons they were on downs, 1st and 10, ball on their own 34-yard line.
Dragons take over, 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Low snap, Lambiot scoops. He's going deep.
Oh.
Ooh, through the hands of number 9 and through the hands of Zeke Ramey. Dragons caught a break right there. Just like the Bulldogs were in a little bit of a zone package right there.
Stitt did a really good job picking up the blitz and helping out his linemen so that Lambiot could get that ball away. It was just a little floater. I think either Ramey needs to come back to the ball a little better, or Joe needs to put a little bit more zip on it to get it there, to get that defensive back a little less time.
Dragons come to the line of scrimmage looking at 2nd and 10. Little shovel pass inside the Stitt. Oh, Bulldogs smelled that one up. He's not going to get much of anything, maybe a yard or two. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Dragons. Good play by the defensive line there.
2-yard gain moves up
Third
down
and long
8.
seems to be the Dragons' favorite time to step it up.
Another third down conversion, Charlie. See what we have here. Trips left. One wide left, single back. He's got time. He's got nobody open. And Joel's going to get first down, though. He's got a first down, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
And there's a face mask that's going to get added on to that. Don't know for sure, but I think that's what it's going to be. That'll be 1st and 10 for Fairland Dragons inside the Bulldogs territory. Looks like it's going to be a 5-yard penalty version. Dragons take over 1st down and 10 at the 45-yard line of the Athens Bulldogs.
Joe did a good job of feeling the pressure and deciding it was time to pull that ball down and go.
Another third down conversion, Charlie.
3rd and long.
Yeah. Athens looked a little bit confused defensively.
Looks like
Looks like they got Athens to go a little bit early. It's going to be a short 1st down and 5 now. That's the cadence of the quarterback right there. Senior leadership. Offensive line. Being patient. Running clock with under a minute now to go here in the 3rd quarter. Dragons have the ball on the 40 at 1st, down in 5. Pickup of a yard by Stitt. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Dragons. Lambie out waiting for Coach Cunningham to give him the call. There's 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. This might be the last play of the 3rd quarter before we flip sides. 2nd and 4. Short. Hop. To Zeke Ramey. Nope. I'm sorry, to Brennan West. So the 3rd down and 4 with 6 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. And here, Charlie, I really think the Dragons are in the territory that even if they don't get any yards here, they'll probably end up going for it on 4th down. At the 39-yard line.
There's a good bet that they will. You know, it's one of these, a game like this that you miss having a really big, bruising running back that just pounds the ball.
Delay game on the Dragons. That's a big 5-yard penalty. That makes it from 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 9. Got to get the play in a little quicker and got to get the men to the line a little bit quicker.
I believe now if the Dragons can get back and get to a manageable 4th down.
Well, here we are, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. Let's see if the Dragons can convert this 3rd down opportunity. A little bit of a different formation than we've seen tonight. A little power to the left side. There's a flag down. Probably got a holding on the Dragons. But we're going to go into the 4th quarter anyhow. See where we end up at. It's going to be 4th and 8 or 3rd and 18. It's whatever the Athens Bulldogs wants to do on this play. Let's wait for the call. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go ahead and go to a break and wait for the call and let you know what happened. We're watching Armstrong Sports. So we got a 4th down looking at the Fairland Dragons. It was an actual hold on the Dragons, and the Athens Bulldogs decided to decline the penalty. So it's going to be 4th and 9 for the Dragons starting the 4th quarter. Looks like we want to flip the field. Then we'll get started. You're watching Armstrong Sports. So we're looking at 4th and 8. Dragons football at the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs. Looks like Lambiot's back to kick.
Choose to try to pin him deep.
Snap. The punt, but Lambiot kicking it towards the out of bounds. Don't want to return, but that's not going to be a very good kick at all.
Oh, I was getting ready to say. I found
Yes, that needs to keep on coming at least to the 30-yard line, if not more. It's right at the 30. That's what I was thinking. So the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line. You're watching Armstrong Sports. And the Bulldogs set up shop on their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Dragons showing a little blitz. Looks like we're going to have a little option pitch out to the outside. It's going to be a loss of about 3 yards for Evan Adams.
Like Blaine Cremines and J.D. Brumfield in on the tackle.
Good play over there on the right side for the Fairland Dragon defense.
Down by 26, Blaine Cremines.
Cremines has one off with a equipment issue. It's going to be 2nd down and 14 for the Athens Bulldogs.
Dragons showing blitz again. Backing off.
Brumfield overruns the tackle. Pitch and catch. 5-yard pass turns into a 45-yard pickup for the Athens Bulldogs. Big play for the Bulldogs. They take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. It's that short pass, long run.
So, yep. Let the receivers get your yardage for you.
Short pass, a little high. Oh, good snap. Good grab. I think that's number 8. That's Nate Trainer. Down to the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Athens.
Looked like a Dragon thought he had it. Tried to jump the route a little bit.
Athens breaking the huddle. Motion left. Little slip screen out wide. Incomplete pass. The 2nd down and goal.
Pass ball's incomplete.
It's time for that Fairland Dragon defense to step up big again here, Charlie.
Yes.
They've done it once tonight already and forced the field goal. See if they can force another field goal here. Trips left, wide right, single backfield. Davis getting the ball, looking the fake handoff, looking for a short pass. Corner's open. Corner's open. He fakes the throw. It's going to be incomplete. Close. Looking for more. In his hands and out. Be 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line. Charlie, it was a good thing that Davis had to roll to his right because he had a receiver in the back corner left side of the end zone wide open. He was jumping up and down, trying to get the quarterback to seam. But it's 3rd and goal from the 7, and the Dragons defense trying to stand tall. We got a bunch formation. They slipped the guy over the middle last time they had this formation. He was wide open for a touchdown.
Looks like they're doing it again. Nope.
Touchdown.
Oh.
Great play by Davis. Fabulous play by Davis.
It's that big body.
Brumfield had a hold of him and just couldn't bring him down. That's what a bigger quarterback can do for you, Charlie.
Yep.
Just can take a hit, keep standing, little flick of the wrist, ball goes 10 yards.
Well, when that happens, guys start to lose coverage. They come off their man.
Athens looking to take a 3-point lead. Snap. Kick. It's good. With 10 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, it is the Athens Bulldogs 24, the Fairland Dragons 21. You're watching Armstrong Sports. And Athens looks to kick the ball deep. You got Stitt back, Brumfield back. Dragons looking to get some good field advantage here to start this drive in the fourth quarter. Down 3 points. They need to get the ball moving, get some points on the board. The opportunities that are left are slim. Clock is the enemy now if you're behind. It's been a very good football game this evening.
It has been a really, really good football game. There's going to be a lot of sore bodies tonight.
Picked up by Stitt at the 15. Michael Stitt. It gets brought down at the 43-yard line of the Fairland Dragons. Good return by Michael Stitt. Pretty good field position for the Dragons to take over.
We're at that point in the game right now where all those fresh bodies and all those substitutions early in the game are starting to pay off. And I think the Dragons are really going to have to step it up because they don't have the same numbers as the Bulldogs.
Ramey, Sowards, and Hunt down to the left side. We got two receivers to the top. Empty backfield for Lambiot. Pitch out there to Stitt. Looks like he got 5, maybe 6 yards. I think it was Stitt.
No, it was Stitt.
Yeah, it was Stitt. It wasn't Hunt. Okay, so it'll be second down in short 5 or a long 4, however you want to look at it. Empty backfield again. Okay, now if you're Athens, I think it's time to send somebody up the middle. Lambiot doesn't have that protection of that back to block. Just takes one guy. And they're going to run and draw up the middle, get 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Trying to spread them out a little bit, see if they can get a little bit of a hole in there, a little crease to get that first down. But Athens did a good job of defending that. Only let them pick up a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Stitt coming out, getting a little bit of a breather. Brumfield in to replace him.
Looks like they're going to go 4 wide. Brumfield in the backfield. They need about 3. Oh!
Brumfield picks up at about 11 yards on the carry. Be a first down for the Dragons. Good run by the freshman. Man, that's putting a lot of trust in the freshman, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
9 minutes left to go in the game. 3rd down and 4. And just say, here you go.
Well, but
Here you go, bub. You got a first down.
You got to wonder if the Bulldogs were looking, knowing that he's a freshman and thinking there is no way they're going to hand him the ball in this situation.
And you said it earlier. You know what he's got, Charlie?
Speed.
He's got some fresh legs.
Yes.
7 to 8 yard gain for the Dragons. Number 2, Johnny Brumfield. Johnny's pretty much been playing JD's been pretty much playing one way this evening, been playing defense only. So his legs aren't as tired as what Stitz is. He's been running both sides, so he's getting a breather, and the Dragons getting a little boost of energy from Mr. Brumfield here.
Yes.
2nd and 2.
Take that cut, get the block.
Oh, what a shoulder by Brumfield. He says, hello. There's Braden Halbert. Picks up a first down for the Dragons. I think he remembers that hit earlier in the game, Charlie.
Yes, he does.
Give a little fun back out there, perhaps.
For a freshman, he runs with authority.
The first down and 10 for the Dragons at the 21-yard line. Pick up about 3 yards for Brumfield. Make it 2nd and 7.
4-yard gain is up second down and 6.
That's the most consecutive handoffs we have seen this year by the Dragons.
Well, Charlie, if you remember last week, we didn't see a lot of number 2.
No, we did not.
But tonight, this drive in particular, he's introducing himself to the Athens Bulldogs for sure. Inside couple yards. He's in the end zone for a Fairland Dragon touchdown. Charlie, you run, you run, you run, you run. You make the defense make run. Little slide pass out to the side and let the receiver do the rest. The Dragons take a 27-24 lead with 7:45 left to play. Extra point attempt coming up by Mr. Bruce.
Those consecutive runs by Brumfield over and over, just set that right up.
Good kick by Mr. Bruce. A little bit of excitement over there on the green sideline. Let's see if they can parlay into the defensive side and get a big stop. With 7:45 to go, Fairland Dragons up 28-24 on the Athens Bulldogs. You're watching Armstrong Sports Network. And we're back. Dragons set the kickoff to the Bulldogs, up 28-24 with 7:45 left in the fourth quarter. Momentum back on the side of the home team Fairland Dragons.
So do we change the way we've been kicking off, because they've been pretty successful on their returns? Oh,
slides by a trainer. It's bounced around at the 3. He picks it up. Big hit. Uh-oh. Looks like he's going to make a reverse call. He's going to go to the house.
No, he is not.
Look at the kicker. Again, Charlie, that's 2 times he's made a good tackle. We got an injured Fairland Dragon player.
Number 8 trainer on the return.
That's number 3, Stitt, getting up slow.
He got a back block, coming back. Some guy come and popped him as he was coming back to the play. Just a blindside block, yep.
Athens Bulldogs will take over, first down and 10 at midfield. That is a big, big return. They picked that ball up on the 3-yard line and got all the way back to the 50. But you know what? Give the kicker his due. He saved 2 return touchdowns tonight.
What do we got here?
Too many men on the field.
Did we get him, or did they call the timeout?
No,
Nope,
they got him.
Well, you said it earlier. Sometimes the best plays are a busted play.
They only got 11 on the field, counting that kid, I think. No, they got 12. Yep. They still have 12 on the field.
Nope. Here comes number 70 off the field. That's the second time tonight, though, that the Dragons have gone out on defense and had too many men on the field. First one cost them a timeout. This one cost them a penalty.
Athens sets up shot, 1st and 5. Hand off to Adams up the middle. Looks like he picked up a tough 11 yards. Get a first down to the 34-yard line of the Fairland Dragons.
10-yard gain, Bulldog first down.
1st and 10. Ramey and Lambiot coming in to give Hunt and Kazee a break. Hand off to Adams.
Good
tackle by Mr. West. Pick up about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Bulldogs. That's your slot DB coming up and making that tackle.
Yep.
West is not very big, but he went through big man territory and made a good tackle down low.
You gotta wonder if Athens is trying to set it up like the Dragons did on their last series. Run, 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 run. Nope.
Big hit by Robbie McFarland to break that ball up from number 13. Braden Markins is going to come up with 3rd and 8. Well, we're definitely in 4-down territory.
Yep.
Davis looking for the call from the sideline. Dragon sidelines getting a little excited. Crowd starting to get into it. Big play here, 3rd down conversion. snap. We're looking to pass. A little bit of pressure. We're going deep. Brumfield on the interception. That'll be a Dragon turnover for the Fairland Dragons. Big play by the freshman. He can't get that deep completion off, Charlie. What a play. Another turnover. Big time play. The only bad news on this is it is going to be deep in their own territory, about at the 1. So the Dragons are going to have to fight hard to get some field position to get out of their own territory. They got to flip the field. They don't necessarily have to score. They need to get the field flipped.
Well, I tell you, for a player that didn't see the field a whole lot last week, he certainly announced his presence this week.
He sure has. And let me tell you something. The ball is on the 1. I think I go on 5.
Yeah.
See if you can get him to jump, you know. See if you can get him to jump. Maybe a half a yard for Lambiot.
Trying to get him a little breathing room, and it's...
We can't take a breath on a half a yard gain.
No.
So, we're going to be looking at 2nd and 10. Fairland coaches on the sideline discussing strategy here. Got 15 seconds on the play clock. 2 wide right, 2 wide left. Under center, Lambiot. We haven't done this much tonight.
Oh!
Interception by number 9. Braden Halbert at the 35-yard line. So pretty much it's just a long interception turned into a long punt for the Dragons. Then an interception turned into a long punt for the Bulldogs.
I believe they both had their hands on the ball. He was just able to take it away.
That was a good play by Talbert.
Yes, it was.
We'll set up shop 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Davis shifts to the right. Hand off to Adams. We'll pick up about 2 yards on that play. He's 2nd down and 8. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Now we're going to see if Athens is going to slow it down a little bit. Try not to save much time for Fairland if they get into the end zone, but they can't go too slow because they are down 4 points.
Yep. Field goal is not going to do it for them right now.
They got to get in the end zone. Dragons showing some pressure. Handoff. Adams again. Looks like he's going to be about a half a yard short of the first down to be 3rd down for Athens.
Brought down by Cremines and Brumfield.
Brumfield and Cremines with the tackle. He got a good head of steam on that run.
Yes, he did.
3rd down and 1 yard here. Think you can do whatever you want. This is a short one. If you want to try to go deep, this might be the time if you're the Athens Bulldogs, but they'll give it to Davis. Is going to keep it and get down to the 20-yard line where it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs. 4 minutes and 27 seconds left in the quarter. The clock will start when the chains are set. The clock is not going to be in play on this drive. This is going to be a score or a stop by the Fairland Dragons or a score by the Athens Bulldogs. Quarterback keep, low fake. Don't hit him. Out of bounds, gets about 5 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 5 at the 15-yard line. That was close to a late hit.
Yes, it was.
6-yard gain brings up 2nd down 4.
Clock will stop on the out of bounds run by Davis.
Usually you can tell when all the opposing players go to help the guy up that they knew that it was awfully close.
A little bit late.
Yeah, they may be making their case for the not getting the flag.
Hand off to Adams. That's a no gain right there. Big tackle
Adams, the ball carrier.
by Brumfield.
Brought down by number 2, J.D. Brumfield.
He came in and laid the lick.
That boy's going to be sore in the morning.
Yes, he is. He was a little slow getting up. He felt
Third down and 3 for the Bulldogs. Sack by the Dragons. Interior line. That's going to make it 4th down and 9 for the Bulldogs with a running clock. 3:18 to go. Big defensive play right there by the Dragons.
4th down and 7 for the Bulldogs.
Big play in this game right here, Charlie. 4th down and 6. Short 7 for the Bulldogs. Dragons looking to put pressure on. Davis gets the ball. Pressure's there. Stall. Officials called. Whistle, whistle, whistle.
Oh,
Offside?
offsides on
Flag?
the offense. On the offense.
That's on the Bulldogs. 5-yard penalty. It's going to be up 4th down and 11. The Dragons sidelines getting fired up. The crowd getting into it. Trying to urge on their defense for one more stop. Big play here defensively for the Fairland Dragons. Trainer's in the middle. Watch number 8, boys. He's caught a lot of balls tonight. Going deep. Incomplete. That'll be a first.
Oh, we've got a
late hit on the quarterback.
Like a roughing the passer penalty.
That'll be a first down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer against the Dragons.
That's a mistake.
That's a huge mistake.
That's a hurtful mistake. That's an automatic first down and half the distance. 15-yard penalty, or half the distance. First and goal, perhaps, or wow, that hurts. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either, but I'm pretty sure.
I had my eyes on the ball. I didn't see the quarterback. First down and 10 at the 11, so the Bulldogs can get a first down on the 1. 2:51 to go in the 4th quarter. Adams moves to the left side of Davis. Little incomplete pass. Be 2nd and 10.
Looks like West in
Dragons
coverage.
defense going to have to step up again with a stop.
Davis pass falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down 10 from the 11-yard line.
.2
minutes, 47 seconds left in the game. 2nd down and 10 from the 11-yard line. The Dragons need to get some pressure on Davis. Motion left. Slant inside, and it's a touchdown. To number 16, Logan Maxfield. Davis to Maxfield to take the lead for the Bulldogs, 30-28. There is 2:44 left to go in the game. One mistake, Charlie, can cost you. And that cost the Fairland Dragons 6 points, possibly 7 right there. But they do have time on the clock. Plenty of time on the clock to get the ball down the field and get some points. If this extra point's good, they're only going to be down a field goal.
Right.
Need a field goal to tie, a touchdown to win. Kicks up and it's good. So with 2:44 left to play here in the 4th quarter, the Athens Bulldogs 31, the Fairland Dragons 28. You're watching Armstrong Sports. I'm kind of wondering if the Athens Bulldogs are going to come into the playbook of the old squib kick. We're not going to let you get a good return off here. Try to keep it out of Stitt and Brumfield's hands. Try to make one of the up men, one of the Sowards or one of the other 3 in front of Stitt and Brumfield return it.
Either that squib kick or one of those high pop-up short to the mid guys. Looks like the Dragons are thinking the same thing, maybe.
There's the squibber. Sowards with their pickup. Up to the 38-yard line. for the Dragons to take over first down and 10, down 3 points, 31-28 to the Athens Bulldogs. Charlie, you got you a senior quarterback. You got you some skilled players that have been in tune with the senior quarterback. I guess if you'd have told the Fairland coaches at this point in time, earlier today at noon, it'll be 31-28 with 2:41 to go, and you'll have the ball on the 38-yard line. Do you like your chances?
I believe I would.
I believe I would take that. Seeing that the Dragons came in as double-point underdogs, I'm sure, to most places.
Yep.
They've had a good showing tonight. What a finish it could be if we can get one more touchdown on the board. No safety. The middle's going to be open. Draw up the middle. Pick up a 3 yards to Stitt. Clock's running. Second down and 8. Dragons don't need to be in a rush, but they can't let too much time run off in between plays. Clock is the enemy now for the Dragons.
They still have that safety over top of Sowards over there.
Underthrew Sowards. Third down and 8.
So you got 2 plays to pick up 8 yards. Coaches are going back thinking what's been successful.
Third and long.
Going on the game. Well, yeah, third and long's been successful for them the entire game.
Got to step up here. Trips right, single wide down low.
Lambiot's flushed out. He's going to pull it down and go.
First down, Dragons cross the 50-yard line to the 48. First down and 10. Clock will stop for the chains to get set. We have 2 minutes and 1 second left to go in the fourth quarter. They're actually going to spot the ball just a little bit over the midfield line. First and 10 for the Dragons at midfield. Hand off to Brumfield. Pickup of 1 yard, perhaps.
Brought down by Penrod.
Second down and 9 for the Dragons.
1:23
Minute
left.
23 left. We need to pick the pace up here on the offensive side just a little bit. No deep safety. They got a man 8 yards out on the wide side, but no deep safety. Hunt. Get out of bounds, Gavin. Yes, sir. Down to the 32-yard line. Be first and 10 for the Fairland Dragons. Looks like Hunt's going to stay down.
He may have got the wind knocked out of him when he came down on the ball, looks like. .15 seconds on the play clock.
Minute 7 left in the game clock.
What do we got? Timeout Bulldogs.
Timeout Athens.
Timeout Athens. With a minute 7 left to go, with the Dragons on the 31-yard line of the Bulldogs, down 3, we have a timeout. Athens. You're watching Armstrong Sports. Wait for the ref to put it in play. Plays in. Trips right. Single wide left. Single back. Lambiot. Shotgun formation. Snap. Fake handoff to Stitt. Sowards is open in the middle. Looking deep. Overthrown.
Just threw it away. He took a
second down and 10.
Lambiot took a hit at the end of that. I think the coaches were looking for a little bit roughing the passer, but
Coach Cunningham giving Joel the play here on second down and 10 with 1 minute, 1 second left in this epic battle between the Bulldogs and the Dragons.
I was looking to see who came in for Hunt when he came off the field. It looks like it's McFarland came in. So it looks like Hunt's getting his helmet on. He's ready to go back in the game here.
Lambiot throwing that ball away. And we got a flag down. I don't know what it is.
Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer against the Bulldogs.
That'll be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. Let's give the Dragons the ball around the 16-yard line, I think. It'll be a 15-yard penalty. With 53.2 seconds left. Now. We got some excitement again.
15-yard penalty, the Dragons a first down.
Another error on the Bulldogs' behalf. It's just a lot of eagerness. Guys are fighting to get there so hard. They get one step away and they just want to get that hit in. It's so hard to pull up. Twins left, twins right. Lambiot, single back, Stitt. Snap. End off the Stitt. Lost yardage.
It's Gage Penrod. He has.
Timeout, Dragons. You're watching Armstrong Sports. And we're back at a second down and 12 from about the 18-yard line, 17, 18-yard line for the Fairland Dragons. Trips right, single wide left, single back. Lambiot and shotgun, the snap. Fake handoff to Stitt. We're looking at it. It's a touchdown! Fairland Dragons take the lead. Big play by Lambiot, the senior quarterback, to Brandon West. 38.8 seconds left. The Dragons take a 34-31 lead. This extra point is critical because they have a good kicker in Athens.
Yes. There isn't a Dragon fan sitting down in the house, it looks like. What a pass, what a catch.
That kick's good. With 38.8 seconds left, the Fairland Dragons lead 35-31 over the Athens Bulldogs. You're watching Armstrong Sports. This is what Friday night football, high school football is all about right here.
There's been great passes, great catches, great defense, great, you name it, great everything.
We've had some turnovers both ways, some mistakes on penalties that's hurt both teams. Now, do we move any starters out there on the kickoff team just to make it a little bit more formidable? Usually we got some subs in there on the kickoff team.
Looks like there's a couple starters out there. Looks like Sowards is out there. He's usually not. Looks like Lambiot's out there. I don't think he's usually on the kickoff team.
McFarland,
maybe. I'm not sure
West.
about Blaine. Cremines, if he's.
Cremines is out there.
I'm not sure if he's normally on the kickoff or not. Bringing 24 off the field.
No. Okay, there
putting him back on. There you go.
38.8 seconds remain in this ball game.
Yep, they're making a switch.
Dragons set the kickoff. Kick.
There's a flag. There's a flag.
Kick.
Another flag.
Kick.
I don't know how many seconds he ran off the clock.
It was 38. That's 12 seconds. It was 38.8 left. Now it's 26.8. That was 12 seconds burnt right there running around. We have an injured player.
Injured player and laundry all over the field.
So we will wait until after the injury timeout to see what's going on. This is Armstrong Sports. That's good to see number 35, Lane Helter, up on his feet, walking off. A little gingerly, but looks like he's going to be okay. Athens takes over, it looks like, at the 30-yard line. So the penalty is non-existent, it looks like. Or are they going to move it back from there?
Oh, there's your flags.
Now we're going to move it back 15 from the 30? Yes, we are. Here we go.
What was the call?
It looks like they hit the head. He punched his
led with the head.
with his hand. I don't know if that's a head hit or something or what, but anyway, it's going to be first down and 10 from the 15-yard line for the Bulldogs. Safety. Nothing gets behind you. Nothing gets behind you.
I suspect.
I can't repeat that enough. You cannot let anything get behind you.
I suspect they're going to try to do screen. I think they're going to do some kind of wide receiver screen. That's been what they've played. No, he's going.
Yep, pick up about 14 yards. That's going to stop the clock, though, because that's a first down. And the clock won't start till the ball is snapped.
Ball is set. Defense needs to get ready. Defense needs to get ready.
Snap, in play. Davis looking for a quick pass. That's caught, inbounds. Clock's going to run, because that's not a first. Nope, we got a timeout call here. It's going to be a first down. That's why the clock's not starting. There's 12.7 seconds left. Wind the clock. Davis is looking. He's scrambling. He's looking. He's looking. He throws down the field. What a catch! Number 16, Logan Maxfield. We've said his number all night long. What a grab, young man.
1.9
These Bulldogs are not giving up.
Left.
1.9 seconds left. They got one play left. I bet this ball is going to go from the 15-yard line towards the end zone. Now I'm here to tell you this, Charlie. Timeout, Bulldogs.
Yep.
We're not taking a timeout.
No.
Not with 1.9 seconds left in this magnificent ball game. Okay? That may be the first long ball that he's completed all night long.
And
that was an acrobatic
catch. Yeah, it was an
Great
acrobatic catch.
So, looking at it's 35 yards away from pay dirt for the Bulldogs. And the lack of completions on the long passes by the Bulldogs, it looks to be in Fairland's favor.
You got to watch him if he scrambles out. There's a lot of room on the field, and he's a big body, so those defensive backs are going to have a hard time getting him down.
Stay with your man. Don't come off until he's past the line of scrimmage. That big man's got to rumble 34 yards to hurt you. It looks like we got everybody back deep for the green and white. Two men within 5 yards of the ball. The next group's within 15. I would just run it. I just run it right up the middle right now, son.
I think I would.
You got all the linemen in front of it. It's like a short kickoff. But we're going to pass. We're going to pitch it. And we're going to pitch it. And we're going to get tackled. And the game's going to be over. And the Dragons upset the Athens Bulldogs this evening on Friday night. 35-31. What a game. Big program win for the Dragons.
Impressive win. Hard-fought game. Well-deserved victory for the Dragons. They played the better game.
Tri-State, wake up. The Fairland Dragons are back. Proud of you guys. Good job, Coach Cunningham. Young men, way to come out. Show pride, show your heart, show the green and white. You're watching Armstrong